Let me show you something you're overlooking. Look at this customer, Jennifer. She spent over $20,000 in our e-commerce store. We don't sell expensive stuff. The average price people pay per order is $80.83. Jennifer has ordered from us 273 times in the last 6 years. And it's not just Jennifer, we have thousands and thousands of people like her. Do you want to know how much it costs for us to get customers like Jennifer? About $100. That's $100 that produced $20,000 in sales and around $10,000 in profit. That's a 100x return in 6 years. This is the best returning investment today, better than investing in Bitcoin, Nvidia, or Tesla. It's the most overlooked $100,000 a month business anyone can start. So here's how to build a $100,000 a month business with customers who buy again and again without begging Amazon to give you traffic, worrying about Chinese sellers, dealing with Facebook algorithm updates, or trying to make the next viral video. So the main model is to start by building a consumer brand. Now you can go out there and you can build a services businesses, you could build a SaaS company, you could build a brick and mortar business. The business model that I recommend is a consumer brand. People have been buying physical products for our homes, for our cars, on us, for decades and decades, and some products for hundreds of years. This business is going nowhere. So buying and reselling the physical things that we need in our lives is the business model I recommend. Now, specifically, I recommend the e-commerce version of that, at least to start. So e-commerce, selling consumer brands, is just selling those products online to start. Now, you'll eventually want to sell, depending on the category, into retail stores. I sell organic coffee, and in our business, we're pushing hard into retail this year because it's a grocery product. Huge amounts of those sales happen in retail as compared to almost any other category. But really, any category you sell, eventually you'll probably want to go to retail if you get the business big enough. But start online because it's way cheaper, way faster, and e-commerce is still growing $600 billion a year. So sell a consumer brand and start by selling it online. Now, you also want to make sure that you own the brand. It is a waste of time to do drop shipping. You're building somebody else's brand when you could be building your own with no extra work. If you learn how to build a website, how to sell stuff online, you might as well sell your own products. Don't sell somebody else's. So own the brand. So you're selling a consumer product that you own and starting by selling it online. Now, the best type of product to sell within those categories is a consumable product. So a consumable product, as the name implies, is a product that gets consumed over time. The reason this is so important is because of repeat purchases. You can acquire a customer like Jennifer, like we have, one time. You pay Facebook or you pay Google or you pay Amazon or whoever that you get the customer from, and you get to profit from them forever. We only paid Facebook one time to get Jennifer as a customer, yet she's bought from us again and again 273 times. That's the value of a consumable product. I would almost never launch another business that's not consumable. It doesn't have some subscription component because it just makes your life so much easier. You don't need 1,000 different businesses or 1,000 different products to sell. Why not just go after the very best one, which is a consumable product? So the best categories to find a consumable product, number one, I think, food and beverage. Food and beverage is such an interesting category because it hasn't been beaten so much by aggressive entrepreneurs like some of the categories I'm going to talk about, especially the next one. Food and beverage, you basically can have all the benefits of other types of businesses, but way less competition because not everyone wants to start that kind of business. They think it's too hard, too complicated, but I'm here to tell you it's no different than anything else if you choose the right product. Now, you need to make sure that you choose a food and beverage product that's light and small and can be sold online, and ideally is not perishable. If it's a perishable product, then those kind of products, shipping is a little bit more of a nightmare, and those are more retail plays, retail first plays. You want a product that can be sold online to start. So for example, we sell coffee. Another great business is selling protein bars. Those kind of products that are light and small and can be shipped online, those are the ideal food and beverage products. The second one, non-pill form supplements. And so As you can imagine, most people are not super pumped about putting more pills in their body. So if I was to enter the supplement market, I would go after non-pill form supplements. Great example, Element, the electrolyte powder. They were by no means the first electrolyte product, but they found a unique angle, higher salt content, lower sugar content, but it's still a electrolyte like people have been selling forever. And theirs is a non-pill form. So you can mix it in water. It's not really an extra pill you have to take. It just be part of your water routine. So that's a great market. Another example is a colostrum product, Armora. And then there's the greens product, Athletic Greens. All of these have built multi-$100 million businesses selling non-pill form nutritional supplements. Another category is beauty and skincare. There have been so many brands that have blown up on TikTok and other places selling skincare products. People, especially nowadays, because they're spending so much time on social media and Zoom calls, everyone cares more and more about how they look. And so selling beauty and skincare products is great because it's tapping into a growing trend. And also the products are very light and small. I literally just bought for my wife a product that she wanted because a lot of times for her Christmas gifts, she likes this stuff that she would probably never buy on her own. Got this little like $300 tub of like eye cream. And is it any better than the other ones? I don't really know, but it's so small and so expensive. The margins on that are insane. And the cool thing is the shipping costs are so low. So beauty and skincare, another great market. And if you happen to have an existing brand, you may think about how you can Keurig your company. So Keurig makes the vast majority of its sales from the actual pods, not the machine. So if there's any way you can implement that kind of model in your business, or look for a complementary consumable product that you can add either as a back-end offer or a new front-end offer on top of the products you already sell. So see if you can add a consumable component to your existing brand if you don't want to have to start a whole new brand. So how do you find these type of products that sell well? First, look at Amazon bestsellers. So a great thing about Amazon is if you just Google Amazon bestsellers, it'll tell you all of the categories of products that it sells. You can click on each one of those categories and find the top 100 best-selling products in every single category. So look at those categories and then start looking through the top 100. I recommend starting with categories of stuff you're interested in. If you could care less about yoga, don't sell a yoga product. There's plenty of other products you can possibly sell. So look for categories you're interested in, then look at the top 100. Then all you have to do is start clicking on products and look for the little box that says subscribe and save. If subscribe and save is enabled, it's a consumable product. It's a product people are buying on subscription. You can also, as a very indirect method, if you see products that are being advertised or talked about a lot on social media, those are great potential opportunities as well. If you see products that people are just hammering with videos or hammering with ads, then you can probably go check them out on Amazon. You can find similar products that are doing well, but that can be another way rather than just going straight to Amazon. You can use the virality of products to find new products to sell as well. Once you find the right kind of product, the best way to sell is to start by setting up a Shopify store. The theme doesn't matter at all. Create a simple landing page. And this is easy to do. All you have to do is go look at some of those top brands that you've seen selling well online, running a lot of ads. Go to Facebook ad library, click on some of their ads and see what their pages look like that they're sending traffic to. Then create one for your product that is very similar, because whatever they're doing is working. Don't copy their content or materials. Just model their structure of their page. Do they put the buy box in the order section up front? Where do they put testimonials? Where do they put features and benefits? Do they put anything else on the page that you can model for your own product? That's going to make creating a converting funnel way faster. Then you want to default to multi-unit subscription. In our business, we default to 3 bags per month. That's about what your average coffee drinker would drink if they're drinking our coffee every single day. So default to a multi-unit subscription. And then you can also give people the option, if you want, though it's not necessary, to buy one time. If you sell one-time purchases, I recommend putting in place a 30 to 60-day email autoresponder to turn one-time buyers into subscribers and to also get subscribers to stay subscribed. So you want to follow up whether they're a one-time buyer or subscriber post-purchase to make sure it keeps growing your business. Then you want to aim to get 20 to 30 reviews of real customers and put those on your page. That's going to increase your conversion rate and make your Facebook ads way stronger, which is the recommended traffic source to start, is launch some Facebook or Meta ads. You can start literally as $25 a day and then start measuring your conversion rate, How much do people buy and how long do they stick? And what you're looking for is something called lifetime value, which is basically the total amount of money a customer gives you over a certain period of time. It'll take time to build if you're starting from scratch. At first, you want to see how much money you get up front, then maybe after 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. And what I typically like to look at is a 12-month lifetime value. How much revenue do those customers give you over 12 months multiplied by whatever your profit margin is? How much profit do you make on average per order after your variable cost, your product cost, your shipping costs, and credit card processing? That's what's called your gross profit. So you multiply that margin times your 12-month revenue lifetime value. How much money do customers give to you over 12 months? Then you know how much you can spend to acquire a customer. The whole game of scaling a business comes down to 9 words. Make more money per visitor than all of your competitors. So if your lifetime value over 12 months on a profit basis is higher than your competitors, you win because you can drive more traffic to your site. You can afford to spend more than your competitors. And all of a sudden you capture so much more demand, which is another reason to be selling consumable products. And your whole goal with this system is to break even up front. When we first started scaling our business from nothing, today we do over $50 million a year in sales. But when we first started, our goal, because we didn't raise money, we never had venture capital, never did debt or any of that sort of stuff, we basically had to break even in around month 2. And so our upfront amount we were willing to spend per customer was around $40. Today it's $100 because we're willing to lose money or not break even for a year. But that's what's allowed us to keep scaling. And that's the game I eventually want you to play. And that's how you can build a $100,000 per month business in a lot of different categories, even if you have no experience. So the reason I created this video is because we're in a wild time right now. There's so much opportunity, yet there's so much uncertainty with AI. Jeff Bezos asked a long time ago, what's not going to change in the next 10 years? That question helped him build Amazon to multiple trillions of dollars and a multi-$100 billion net worth. Today, what I recommend you ask yourself with all the change and uncertainty is what's not going to change. The answers that I've come up with, number 1, people are going to keep buying physical goods to improve and enhance their lives. Number 2, people will keep buying more stuff online. It's still only like 20% of total retail sales. That number keeps going up, about $600 billion a year right now. Third, the most valuable type of business to own is one in which consumers buy again and again automatically every single month. You literally have their credit card that is billed every single month until they cancel. You don't have to worry about them coming back and buying again and hunting them down through email and Facebook ads and all that. They're already going to get charged until they cancel. That's the most valuable type of business to build. So if I were starting all over again, I'd only build a subscription business. And this video gives you the blueprint. So what are you waiting for? So to get the exact 4-step funnel that I've used to build a $50 million a year e-commerce business, watch this video next.